Greetings, world, and welcome. It's another edition of Comedy in the Car After Dark. I'm your host, Shiva Gray. Thanks for checking out the show. Hold on to your seats, because we got comedy coming. I gotta work these lights. Oh boy, they're after me. They're after you. Well, that reminds me, I was gonna put clips in of stuff that I thought was funny. What if I added in some clips? That'd be great, huh? We watched some videos of people laughing. I was gonna edit that in. All right, but the main thing is the safety. Oh, and I was also feeling super not funny. I was like, I'm dead inside. I can't do this. Falling off the map already. Lost it. Wherever you got it. Because I was gonna try to market myself as like a guru. You know, hold that against me that I have a sense of humor, right? I can still be a guru. I've got life experience, trust me. I put in the work. So yeah. Back for another edition. Not funny comedy. Speaking of not funny comedy, I remembered some of the jokes. I tried to. But who cares? What does it even matter? My doctor told me I need to take an iron supplement. I told him I already have enough. I'm a magnet for bad luck. Plus, I'm already dead inside. That was word for word. That was a joke from the AI. I was like, give me some jokes about being dead inside. That was one of them. A magnet for bad decisions. And frankly, I'm already dead inside. That was the joke. That's how that went. Gonna work on the delivery. I was like, yeah, I'm feeling dead inside. Maybe I'll just deliver it. Okay. Yeah, there's good comedy, huh? Oh yeah. Who cares? No, I'm not all depressed like that. Oh boy, here they come. They're after me. They're after you. That's why I was gonna edit myself in, because I was thinking maybe some of these jokes need like a provocateur or a what do you call it? The antagonist type. Somebody to keep the joke going. Because one of them was like, I've been pretty depressed lately. Then I could be like, how depressed have you been? Well, I was thinking of starting a garden. The seeds I planted, they all died. I guess I don't have so much of a green thumb as much as a black thumb. Either that, or I'm just a really bad caretaker. That's a joke. Almost word for word. I guess it'd take more than a provocateur, unless I really nailed it as edit myself in and I keep the joke going. Takes two, sometimes even more. Okay, so those were pretty great. Oh, here's another one. It's like I tried to tell a knock knock joke the other day. I told my friend, knock knock. They said, who's there? I just looked at him with a blank expression. I don't even care. I'm already dead inside. I'm too dead inside to care. Good stuff, huh? That's almost like if you asked me to come up with a joke on the spot and I actually came up with something. That's like what it was like. Autistic person. Excuse me if I attend to some business. I was gonna... You hear that? hear that sound? Not that. Listen. Pretty quiet, but this is a hybrid electric car. It makes a strange kind of sound. I thought of all the 3 or 4 different lighting situations I had to choose from, this would be pretty much the best. But now I'm cruising right through downtown. There's usually cops around, but hopefully they'll let me slide. They might be bored, but come on, I got jokes to crack. Remember, I guess sometimes you have to watch some of my stuff to understand my stuff. But hopefully, well, since it's only the voices in my head anyways that watch this, you'll remember the joke about catcalling the trees, and I think I was like, I'm gonna come up with something good. And I was like, let's leave the club together on all I got's leaf jokes. And then I was like, I read a tree joke and it was like, leave me alone, Birch. And I was like, there you go. You can just be like, what's up, Birch? With that fat ash. But I never really. And then afterwards, I was like, because remember I was like, bring back catcalling. Just a respectful stuff like, hey, baby, ever had your asshole licked by a fat man in an overcoat? Like from James Bond. Anyway, so I was like, oh yeah, of course. The tree catcall. The first thing I should have came up with besides, what's up, Birch, or let's leave this place together, be, hey, ever had your sap hole licked by a fat man in an overcoat? So every time I go to take a cutting off a tree, I'm going to lean in real close and be like, hey, baby, ever had your sap hole licked by a fat man in an overcoat? That reminds me of another joke that they came up with. Only I'm going to do. Why did the man lick the tree's sap hole? Because he heard it was the root of all evil and he wanted to get to the bottom of it. That was when I asked it, like, give me some jokes about a human hooking up with a tree, but remember the rest of them are all stupid. Anyway, check this car out. Well, right now it's full of books, but hit me up for that medicinal road trip and it could be full of you and your friends. Pretty cool. No panoramic roof or anything, unfortunately, but it's all blacked out. Check out the rims. Yeah, I wish you could hear it. I'll try to. That's why I wanted to show. Yeah, they had 2 of those, so hit me up. We'll take a ride, all of us. We'll work something out. All right, I'm gonna try to listen. That was the break. Don't look at me. Sorry about that. You hear that? Sometimes when you're driving next to something, you can hear it better. Alright. Back to the jokes. You know what? I think that was all the jokes I had. Damn, that's only 8 minutes in. Alright, I broke it. Broke the exclusive hybrid electric. Oh, there was a Donald Trump joke. Because I was like, give me some jokes about the news. I really suck at remembering these jokes. The tree jokes from that I just got off the internet, they were better than the AI generated jokes. The one was like, did you hear about the Donald Trump family crypto coin? Yeah, it's like a cryptocurrency, only it helps hold your hair together or something. Is that funny? I think so. See, I did have a couple of other things. Somebody freaking checking me out. Oh yeah, there was a bunch of freaking dudes on bicycles. We talked about that. They were pretty big today. Warmed up a little bit. Got everybody inspired to do whatever it is that they do. It's a nice looking tree right there. Yeah. Ever had your sapple licked by a fat man in an overcoat? Oh yeah, I'm not wearing an overcoat. And I'm definitely not fat. That's why I'm gonna do those yoga videos. I gotta get there or whatever, you know, qigong. Gonna get them other videos going for us. But I came back, I wanted to give it another crack with these jokes. Probably some freaking lunatic waiting right around that corner. Pop out. Or somebody asked me for some change. I have no cash. It's not a joke. I wish I would had something to give them, I guess. But one time I thought, I was like, hey, if they're living such a shitty life, it's probably because they did something wrong, you know? And like, if God has cursed them, who am I to go against God? That's like helping. That's like, what do they call that? What would Trump call that if he went against it? Treason. Treasonous bastard. I'm not going to do treason on God. Oh, there's coffee right here. That reminds me. Yeah, I went back to that gas station. I was thinking I should give that gas station attendant a better show since I lost him last time. I was like, and I got these new jokes, which these AI jokes, that's kind of the joke, is that they suck pretty bad. I was thinking maybe I could get a couple of the AIs together and we'll bounce the jokes off each other and I'll polish them up or something, you know, I'll make them funny like the sap hole instead or whatever, or get to the root of all. It was like, why did the man want to hook up with a tree? Because he heard it was the root of all evil and he wanted to get to the bottom of it. And that was the first one that kind of made me laugh. Like, that's also stupid. So I was gonna go in, I was gonna break this gas station attendant off. I was like, I got some jokes, I got something. I was like, what am I gonna use? What am I gonna throw at him? And I was thinking probably my opener would be like, hey, I got some better comedy for you. And then right off the bat, they're gonna be like, there's pretty much nothing you can say after that. Nothing's gonna be funny. So I was like, everybody likes it when you just kind of rip on somebody. And I was like thinking, look over, see some guy and be like, this motherfucker over here, he looks like, you know, I could think of a bunch of, with the old me, now I wouldn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. So I thought it'd be funny to do the same thing, but then say something really nice, like, this motherfucker over here, he looks like, you ask him to take your dog for a walk and bring it back bathed and fed. Or like, hey, this guy over here, don't I know you? Yeah, that's you, man. You're that guy that gave up his better seat for that less fortunate person. Yeah, man. You're a fucking beautiful human being. Could that take off? That'd be funny? No, it's not as funny as actually ripping on somebody and crushing their feelings. That is pretty hilarious. In one of my previous jokes, I said something like, I can't laugh about some of this stuff now, but a lot of the... That's why I've been trying to keep a low profile. I don't need any stuff happening. I don't need to build up any karmic debts. I don't need anything to happen. Tread lightly. Oh, this is really cop country down through here. Risking it. I crowd worked the cop when they pulled me over. Hey, come on, mate. I just stole my lights. It's my bronze. I stole my bronze. It's my bronze. Yeah, I got nothing for getting pulled over. Distracted driving. Come on. Come on, brain. Come up with something. AI can come up with. Those aren't even jokes, though. I mean, I should have asked it, like, are you sure you programmed correctly on what the definition of a joke is? They're not even. I guess they were in joke form, but it's so not funny. Here's one you'll love. I told my therapist I have a fear of speed bumps. She said, that's a pretty odd phobia. You'll get over it. That's the thing. I don't think I can. I was like, give me some depressing jokes. And that was one of them. I was like, I meant jokes about, like, it just kind of like seemed like that's a depressing joke, all right. You see another depressed joke. He's like, my friend said I should start a band called the Indecisives. We'd never do a show and argue all day about what to name the first song. Oh wait, here was the first one. I was like, give me some good depressing jokes. They're like, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because it was outstanding in its field, and also because it couldn't contemplate the crushing weight of its own existence. Do they give awards for that, or I'm missing something? See, like, I'm just not as sharp. Just went right over my head. What do you mean? They give awards for that? I don't think that is. This car is pretty cool. I want one. After winning on The Price is Right. Excuse me. I did not win the lottery. I played enough to where it's becoming a problem, I guess. There's the other thing about how my ads are like, play FanDuel. There's just jackpots fucking out the ass. If you got a gambling problem, call this number. And I was like, thanks a lot, Internet. Tempted me to blow everything I got. Either do that or get some help. One of the two. That's pinned you down as either wanting to gamble or having a problem with you. Prove us right. That's grabbing the snake at both ends or something. And I saw a sign that said, we have dirt. We have carpet cleaners. Like, yeah, you're trying to pull some slicks. Come at it from both angles. Right, where the hell am I? Oh, yeah. I'll know when I get there. I'll run over some pedestrian. Yeah, comedy in the car after dark. I'm gonna have to get a Tesla to drive me around. I wonder if that's distracted driving still. Can't win anymore. So you can't hold your phone. I came up with the cool camera angles. Working out pretty good. Yeah, you can't even have a light on. What's it hurt? There's light everywhere. Not enough to light me up on the screen though, but I guess I've about had my time. Making all you guys laugh. Tons of viewers. Yeah, like I said, it's for me. It's therapeutic comedy. And just to see if I can stick with it. I've never really stuck with anything, but it is good for me. I usually afterwards I feel good. Even if I gotta force myself. Which I do. But I'm going to keep going, and I'm going to do the... I don't know if you can... Well, I guess I'm talking to myself, but... don't know if you can see the channels that I have followed on here, which is just a few, but one of the Qigong with Cindy. Can I mention her? Because she's got the face yoga. She looks really young. Well, I have no idea how old she is, but... Jeez, excuse me. It's getting cold. Isn't it fall time? Got the hat on. But yeah, I'm going to do the videos where I follow her routine. But I'm going to watch, like, doorbell news or ridiculousness. Put in the comments what shows you want to watch while we follow along with Qigong with Cindy. Like, who the hell are you? Who the fuck is she? And what the hell are you talking about? You know, I've said before, I have no idea how you would even get to this channel. I do have a couple views, but I'm like, I got drunk and watched that myself. And I'm like, multiple times. Like, I'll start commenting on my own shit, because I'm like, if somebody did somehow find that, seriously? You see that you're the only person to see it and comment? Well, I probably done the same thing. Damn, this video really sucks. Get me away from here quick. How long you gotta watch it before it counts as a view? How many views do you need before you make some money? That'd be great if I could just do this all the time and then somehow make money. But I think the other ideas all combined somehow become profitable. We'll get there. Then you'll be begging to view my stuff. Yeah, maybe if I got killed by a homeless drug person, pop out. Ah, shit. My neck. Gotta get some of that energy medicine. If you want to join up on that, I'm gonna figure out a model where anybody right now we can get started. Yeah, hit me up on that. Okay. So that was enough hilarious jokes, I think, for one night. I've been lucky. I haven't hit any deer or been pulled over, but there's usually a bunch of cops and deer through here. I already saw a bunch of deer. I was like, oh, dear God. That was a joke that I thought of right on the spot, right? Not just now, but when I saw a bunch of deer earlier, I was like, dear God. That's funny, right? Came heavy with the jokes this time. Oh, but they were all AI generated and they all sucked, but I was delivering the shit out of them. Deserve tips for my on-time deliveries. I just thought of that. Pouring with jokes. But yeah, I'm gonna keep trying my luck. I'm just gonna put out another show tomorrow because I gotta make up for lost time. If I'm gonna get 500 shows in 1 year, I'm gonna really have to. It's only 20 minutes. So, hey, dear God, there's a freaking deer right there, and right over there is a freaking car coming right at me. Well, you've been great. Thanks for checking out the show. Till next time.